I know a lot of you guys are pulling out your laptops for work or for school, and you realize that it's really slow. So what would I do to upgrade an old laptop to make it new? Well, first, we need to go to Best Buy. I got some iFixit kits. That's really nice. Some RGB. You got PSUs if you need it. They actually have a case. Look at that. Some laptops you may need to upgrade the RAM. And if you're running DDR3, I don't think it's really worth it to upgrade. But if you have DDR4, they definitely have some here for that as well. What I need for the laptop is gonna be right there. A nice penny solid state drive. Very cheap, something very basic. Now you could upgrade and go with a Samsung. The main difference between those two is gonna be that the Samsung has a separate DRAM chip, and that's what makes these a little bit cheaper. They're not using a onboard DRAM chip, using the actual flash memory as the RAM. So I ended up getting two of them, a 120 gig and a 240, and I'm gonna put them in two laptops that I'm gonna donate for free. So let's get to it. And here is the laptop. It's an HP laptop. It was donated to me for free, so I could donate it again. It has a AMD processor, came with Windows 7 originally. They said it didn't turn on, and they don't know if it even worked. Luckily, I went ahead and just bought a power supply, one of the universal ones, so you could get the different tips. If you ever buy one of those, to make sure that it fits your laptop and which tip to actually use. Right here, it tells you exactly what voltage that you need. And the closest thing I found to fit was this 19.5 volts, which even though this says 19 volts, the way electricity works is it will only draw exactly what it needs. So all I did is plug that in and it booted right up. And yes, this thing definitely fails the one finger challenge. The next thing I noticed too was in this back corner is that it's missing the foot. Off one of the desktops I took apart, it had a black rubber foot like that. Definitely doesn't look the same. But what I will do is cut it down so it fits in there perfectly, and I'll glue it down. And that way the fan can actually suck in the air rather than suck on the table like a fish. Also, as you see, it is very dirty. I'm sure this thing has plenty of use. There's not too much physical damage around the whole thing. Yeah, we're just gonna get this thing cleaned up. Apart from just adding in a new solid state drive and calling it quits, I'm actually gonna open this whole thing up so that way I could get to the fan so I could clean up any dust that's been built up in these fins, as well as replace the thermal paste. So let me get this thing torn down and cleaned up. I'll get right back to you. With all of that, now we have a fully cleaned laptop. No more dust, buildup, nothing like that. And I was able to fix the screen with it being too stiff to open. One thumb, boom, open that thing up all the way. What I did is not install the solid state drive just yet. This is at the point in time where you would want to go on here, get a USB drive, back everything up. So when you install the solid state drive, install Windows 10, and that way we could pop this thing back in there and then upload all your photos and music and anything like that. There are a couple different ways to actually upgrade to Windows 10. The key for Windows 7 is underneath. What we're gonna do is actually install Windows 7, which is on this USB drive, onto the solid state drive. Then we're gonna upgrade to Windows 10 from there. This way, you don't have to spend any money, fully upgrade to Windows 10 and fully be activated. Let's hop into it. To boot from the USB drive, you're gonna have to hit escape in this case to get to BIOS. From the screen, we're gonna select the SanDisk, and then we're gonna boot into Windows Setup. And now we start the installation process. Now with Windows 7 installed, we could go ahead and make sure that it is activated. We could go to Activate Windows, and as you see, it is currently activated. Next step is to get all the essential drivers needed for this kind of laptop. We could go ahead and run the Windows update. What we want to do is, once we get this list generated, let's go into it and actually select the updates that we actually need and want. With only the driver updates now installed, I went ahead and also downloaded Google Chrome. The next step is to actually get it to Windows 10. First thing, we're gonna hop into Google. We're gonna go to Windows 10 Media Creation Tool and download tool now. Once it's done downloading, we're gonna go ahead and run it. Once you're presented with this question, go ahead and make sure upgrade this PC now is selected. Now it's gonna start downloading Windows 10 on this computer, so that way we can start the upgrade process. Once that's done downloading, you can go ahead and install it. Then you'll have a fully operational Windows 10 on this older laptop. Definitely faster with a solid state drive. It still will be slow to the sense of processing power, but as far as data transfers and anything else like that, it should be top notch for that. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, make sure you go to my page, Mike Likes That, leave a like. And if you have any questions about anything that I did, definitely just ask. Also, if you want to learn more about the products I featured in this video, make sure you check the links in the description to learn more. Until next time, just remember, Mike likes that.